Okay, here with Jamie Day after on a sweltering day, 1-1 draw with Gillingham. What was your thoughts on that, Jay?
Yeah, it was a good workout. I was pleased again with the performance. I thought we passed the ball really well at times, created some good chances. We got put under pressure at times as well and had to defend. So for us, it was a good 90 minutes and good bit of fitness for the boys.
Obviously, game of two halves, and in the first half, I was really impressed with Gillingham up front. Obviously, Danny Kedwell coming back to Welling, and the contribution he had in the first goal. Any complaints from yourselves?
Well, I think probably could have dealt better with Ked's flick. But again, you've got a lad who's come in who's never played with any of the lads before, and we've had to drag him in because the centre halves are injured. So, that may be having an effect on that goal. But yeah, we could have been a bit tighter and got caught out a little bit. But you would expect that at times against League One clubs and players of that quality.
But at no stage were we ever outclassed in the first half, and that must be a positive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pleased with pre-season so far. Probably a little bit ahead of where I thought we would be at this stage. But it's pre-season's pre-season. We've got to do it, when the season starts, and we've got to play exactly like we have done, in the last 4 games. So that's going to be the task, and that's where we've got to aim to be.
Obviously, it was a very hot day today, and there was a bit of a heated moment in the first half with Harry Buteman. Obviously, really went in hard on one of their players. Do you have a word with him after the game?
No, it doesn't bother me.
Okay, cleared that one up. Second half, Joe Ely doesn't score bad goals, does he? And he nice equaliser.
Yeah, great goal. I've said last year, and Joe's got to step up to the plate again this year and progress again. But he's got a habit of scoring really good goals. So, we've got to put a bit of pressure on him to get 10 goals plus again next season. I don't care how they come, but yeah, he's a key player for us, and mentally, if he's right and we get him right, then we know we've got a very good player. Yeah,
and as a repeating myself, but second half, I felt we were the better side in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they switched and went younger in the second half with a few older ones to help them out. But yeah, I felt second half we done fairly well. I had some good chances, probably could have won the game, but it's not about results. It would be nice to have won. But again, I'm pleased with the performance.
Yeah, and obviously we got the penalty right at the death, went on to miss it. Thoughts on a penalty?
Whether it was?
Whether it was.
Yeah, I thought it was a penalty. I felt it was Malachi had done enough to get around the keeper, and the lad had come in from the side and brought him down. And obviously, Kieron would like to have scored, but it's not the end of the world.
Obviously, he scored 2 in midweek as well, and he's looking quite sharp at the moment. Anything you can say, or at the moment?
We'll probably have a chat over the weekend. He has to fit into our budget and what we want to pay and what we can pay. So I'll have a chat with him tonight and tomorrow, and then depending on how we go and that conversation goes, then we'll see what happens next week.
Something that was in the non-league paper on last Sunday was George Porter was reported to be in talks with yourself. Can you clear anything up there?
No, we had a brief conversation with George a couple of weeks back. And he'd gone into Dagenham on trial, so we've only really got enough money to bring one more player in, unless we can find some money elsewhere to get another one in. If George becomes available after Dagenham, then we'll look at it. He's got pace and he can get in behind, so it'd be a good addition. But right now we're looking at a target man, and if we was to get one this weekend, then that might close that door. But never say never.
A lot more youngsters were introduced in the last 2 games as well, and I felt some of them played pretty well. You must be pleased.
I think for this club going forward, so we've got some good youngsters in the squad, in the first team now, and we need to keep that going. Little Jack come on, and you've got Tarkan at the back who've come through the youth system. So, we need to be a club, and parents at the younger ages need to feel that they are got an opportunity of getting in the first team, and that's what we're going to try and do. It will have its ups and downs, and I'm happy to go that route. And if players are good enough, I'm not worried how old they are.
Just an update on injuries. You mentioned earlier a couple of central defenders. How are we at the moment?
Yeah, Jamal and Zach won't be involved on Tuesday, so we'll have to assess that with what we've got. Bushy got through a good amount of game today. He had a bad knee. JT's got a sore foot.
Charlie Penny didn't.
Charlie Penny got injured yesterday in training. We've done a bit of shooting, and he just felt his groin. It's nothing major. Probably won't be involved for Tuesday, but back for next Saturday. So it's just that time of year where people are just picking up little niggly injuries. We've worked some hard this week, and probably a result of that is that a few of them have got a few slight knocks. But nothing major to worry about at the minute. It's just obviously making sure we look after them and they get the right treatment.
We roll on to Maidstone on Tuesday, and last year I felt was one of our best pre-seasons. I felt we were really suited to the kind of the 3G surface there. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind 3G. We train on it. I think it does have an effect a little bit on ankles and knees, but it's true, and I think it moves quickly. So yeah, I thought last year we done okay there, and we look to do the same again. Obviously Jay's done a good job, and he wants to get out of the league that he's in, so it'll be a tough test for us. Just said to the boys, need to keep it going, keep performances, you know, where they are, and keep adding to that each week, and obviously get ourselves ready for the first league game. Yeah,
one final note. Also, it was announced in the week that we're going to be on telly. All can do our hair and etc. But it's nice to be, you know, finally get on TV against Kidderminster and stuff.
Yeah, I think it gives the club, you know, a little bit of exposure, and I think they deserve that. The trouble with the league that we're in is obviously we're one of the smaller clubs that don't get priority, you know, with the bigger ones, and I think we have to accept that a little bit. But obviously pleased to get on there, and obviously it's down to the boys to put in a good performance and hopefully get the right result.
Brilliant, thanks Tom as ever, Jay. Cheers.